Ultimates and Senok here with their team. That's a strong team.
That's true. So it will actually be a really interesting match, and actually let us get this match on the way. Sorry. 3, 2, 1, go! There we go, that's 4 minutes until match starts.
Yeah, and so we'll see what they pick here. Now, Umaris Volpe is coming in with 2 Pyramidians from the get-go.
The entire time. Just realized. And both. They will do this time.
Oh!
Are you still there?
Kind of. Something has happened. Let me tell you. I seem to have disconnected partially. I don't know if you can hear me right now, Sal. But it seems like we're back on track. Hello, welcome back. Sal, you there? He's not. But stream is back on. We have not dropped any frames. Things are happening. You're seeing things you're not supposed to see.
Maybe?
Now, there we go.
That sounds like a Dimitri.
Yeah, and I see on the lobby timer that I've still got some time to get back. My internet chat itself, luckily we didn't lose any frames, so you could hear me being very confused and very scared that I was losing internet.
Well, at least the people at home could hear you. I couldn't.
Yeah, you could not. But now we're back in the lobby. Here we are. We can see the teams. Yeah.
There we go. Minutes.
Now we're sitting on a casual 151 second delay thanks to that. And it seems like we've granted a minute here, so there's going to be 1 more minute or 1.5 until we start the match here.
Yep, heavy typing intensifies. Okay, done typing.
Yeah, I'm just happy that that did not happen during the match.
You're not showing the ships in the stream, are you?
No, that's because I got kicked out of the lobby. They're showing now.
Oh. Oh yeah, recommended loadout, I see.
There we go. Ships are once again locked. And what are we looking at here? We've got a Spire along with a Pyramidion on red side. And a Goldfish and Crusader. So that's the thing we saw last match as well from the blue. But maybe with a bit of a different loadout. I don't know if they changed.
Oh, I see. You're live again.
Yeah, thank you for that, Skyborn-chan.
And there we go. Pilots, ready up.
Well, let's see how they do. We got 1.
2. 3. But they are too late. For the 4th start is inevitable.
There we go. The familiar side of the Crooked Tower of Canyon Ambush.
And the pipe.
Yeah, so I'm going to start us off with the Slydro. It's a Spire piloted by Sly Crossfox with a Mercury up top along with a Flak, a Gatling bottom deck along with a Minotaur.
Interesting.
Then we've got the Protoss Tip Box piloted by Water It's Me. It's a Carrot, so Carronade and Artemis up top, Flame on 3 and Flak on 4.
And ship number 3 is the Home Resonance, Goldfish piloted by Artemis, Splenderfish with right side Flamer, front Caro, and left side Gat, Banshee. And ship number 4 is For the Emperor! We're still gonna make that joke. It is actually a right-handed Meta Crusader with Watcher Caro in front, double Flak in the middle, and double Gat top. So we see blue team going for the Western Passage and red team staying in their spawn. Actually reversing.
Yeah, Western Passage being the less popular option to the Eastern Passage usually.
Yeah, but I mean usually it's red team rushing down the Eastern Passage and blue team intercepting them.
Yeah. So red team hasn't really moved out at all.
They moved even deeper into their spawn, taking a defensive position in the open here.
Yeah, I mean Slider is bringing quite a long-range loadout with the Mercury Field Gun and the Minotaur. They can break people out of very long range.
And they can also keep people away. But then you have the downside of the Mercury for having really bad arcs.
Yeah, and what we're going to be seeing here probably is Protoss Tip Box acting kind of the vanguard here. See, the blue team,
down low.
Very sneaky.
They were briefly spotted. And for the Emperor, going around, preparing a flank. Well, I guess it's not really a flank, is it? I don't know. Wait, where's... Okay, Slydro now spotting for the Emperor, opening fire on them. Both Mercury and Minotaur opening up.
Yeah, we see them going low there to avoid the arcs of the Merc Field Gun.
And now they need to be careful not to be pushed into the ground by the Minotaur. And Home Resonance just charging past the Protoss Tip Box, who's just faced their back to the Crusader.
Yeah, that Spire is in trouble right now.
But so is that Spyra.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Very quick kill.
Yeah. That Crusader is really not messing around, and neither is that fish. Just Goomba stomping that Spire into the ground, and actually I need to call kills here.
Yeah, I think blue team got exactly the engagement they wanted there. Managing to close the distance very efficiently with the fish.
I guess it also really worked in their favor that the Pyramidion turned their back towards the Crusader. Just
exactly, to try and intercept the fish.
Okay, and right now we have blue team once again going down the Western Passage, it seems. So actually, no, they will be going into the canyons. Or not going at all.
Yeah, and usually you see teams trying to keep an eye on all the spawns, but here you see the blue team just sneaking off into a corner instead. Now red team opting for the safest spawn they could find, which is on the other side here.
Yeah, taking the spawn deep in the north. And red team, blue team now once again pushing into red spawn. For the Emperor now confirming which spawn red team took, as they have free vision on all the others. And we have a spot going out.
And we'll see if the Protoss tip box can manage keeping the home resonance from slipping past them this time around.
Right now we have a bit of mid-range fire for the Emperor and Protoss tip box. And home resonance charging
home resonance making move.
Again. Past the Protoss tip box. Protoss tip box get turning 4. But actually still committing.
Ooh, nasty watch on the Protoss tip box.
And they will get rammed. And with that, for the Emperor once again finishes off the Protoss tip box. Hydro once again in a world of trouble. Broken. You go out. Oh, that's not done. They will go down.
Yeah, and this might just be a ship difference here, because as soon as that fish gets in, what we see is that there's nothing that Spire can do to try and get them off them. And the Pyramidion turns around, and that's when the Crusader comes in and just lays down that Watcher on their engines and gets the instant win condition on the Pyramidion.
Now, once again, blue team moving west. Waiting for red team to respawn. Also, blue team currently 4-0 in the lead, and they haven't suffered a break yet, as it seems.
No, they haven't suffered much fire at all. They've gotten exactly what they wanted. They move in, they get the disables, and they just got that firm advantage from the get-go. Oh, and they spawn in again in the northern spawn.
Home resonance already sitting in front of them there. No spots yet, as there are thick clouds in the way. And for the Emperor casually facing the other way. Actually broken.
Well,
right
that might be
now.
bad for them.
Ramming the home resonance. And broken. Ooh, slightly double broken, which shows the Emperor is also not looking good. Watcher goes out. Actually disabling a lot of stuff. So
yeah, they might be getting the Crusader here. However, the fish might just lock down that Spire and get the win.
Ooh, Protoss tip box is also not looking good.
Ooh, and that might be them. Yeah, Protoss tip box bites the dust. This means that Horrific Haze will be moving on. And they're one step closer to the finals.
Yeah, and they will move on to face either the Phobos Rider Coalition or Interstellar Overdrive. It's time to kick this revolution into overdrive. So... And oh, we actually go on Parrot and Rumble with the changed spawns.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a point of interest, is the spawns have been changed, and that did go live, which I don't think was intended, but it is what it is right now.
No, it wasn't intended, but it still happened. So what we see right now is additional spawns, teams having 4 spawns on the map right now instead of the usual 3.
So what I'm gonna do, you dear people out there, is over this right now, I'm gonna put up an image here of what the spawns look like right now, so we can see it's a bit of a difference from what we usually see. And so we see the blue spawns here, we've got 4 different of them, along with the red spawn having 4 different of them, so they can spawn on either side of the map here, along with two ones in the middle. So it's a bit harder to cover all of the spawns if you've managed to kill off a team.
And that's exactly the point of these changes in the spawns, to make Paraton matches less of a grind and more of a game.
And so right now we're just, like we said earlier, waiting for match 15 to finish off so we can see who are going to be facing up against Terrific Haze, try and get to the lower bracket finals and get a shot at the finals of this SCS.
And I guess while we are waiting here, we might actually do some commercials. Or advertising, rather. So, let's start with the obvious one, Crucible. Sign up for Crucible. So, every Saturday evening at the same time as SCS, there's Crucible going on, where you sign up either alone or with a friend of yours, and you have a balanced team putting all of you together into teams. It is a 2v2 as a format, a tournament, and the 2v2 format with either 2 to 4 teams. There you get to duke it out in a semi-competitive environment, so you can actually get some somewhat competitive experience, but you don't have to find 7 other players to actually do it. It's also a really nice starting place if you want to get into the competitive scene, but don't lack the people to get into SCS. Then on Tuesdays, we have the Black Flame Academy. Next week, we will be at the American time slot, so 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. And this time we will be revisiting Goldfish. So, if you want to learn the game in general, want to learn Goldfish in particular, or just have a fun time together with others, the Black Flame Academy is your place to learn. It is a friendly learning environment. You won't get shamed for any mistakes you made there. And it's just a really nice place to be. Then on Wednesdays, we have Steel Forge of Friendship, which is a 3v3. Well, it's not really a tournament, it's just a 3v3 event, let's say. This week on the European time slot, so 8 PM UTC. And there you have 4 rounds of 3v3, the first one being just normal, the second one being newer pilots. Usually the limit is imposed like no pilot above level 30, for example, depending on what people are there. Third round being experimental. Usually it's rule imposed like only light guns or old dog, whatever you want, heart desires, and the last one being objective rounds, so either Crazy King or King of the Hill. They also have some fancy titles and a decal. But don't just sign up for the prizes, of course. Actually, you don't need some, can show up. And on Mondays we have Monday Madness, which is just a few rounds of, well, madness, I guess. With silly rule sets, like last week, for example, we had ram only, no other fire allowed, or similar things. So if you really want to do it, you can actually go to an event on every day of the week. So
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole lot to do.
Yeah.
Even if the lobbies might be lacking sometimes during the days.
Was that enough? No, it wasn't enough yet. And then, for those of you who are actually interested in that bit, in the PvE side of things, a war just started. So we have Yisha, the Yishan Empire, the Mercantile Guild, and the Order of Chaladon going up as the old... I actually need to look it up right now. Shit. As the Blood Iron Consortium going up against Arash, the Arashi League, the Fjord Barones, and the Aenean Republic as Forgotten Guard. So, either you're a PvP player and want to know where to dump your coins, or you're actually interested in the PvE side of things, go check that out and fight for the glory of your faction. Do you have anything?
I don't really have anything, no. I do Crucible, I do, I do SES.
Yeah, you do Crucible.
Hit me up, give me a follow if you like. Otherwise don't, it's fine. That's my ad.
Yeah, I mean, definitely check out Crucible at DKR, with DKR here. It's always a fun time to watch.
I think we also... Don't we have a 3v3 tournament coming up as well? Don't know exactly when that's going to be.
We actually have the Sky Derby tournament happening... I've collapsed that character, give me a second. Happening at the 27th of March, so in 2 weeks? Sounds about
yeah,
right.
so make sure not to miss that. It's going to be 3v3, which we don't usually see. Usually most tournaments are 2v2 format. So that's going to shake up the entire meta that we've been seeing. And we're probably going to be seeing some new ships, some new loadouts, and some new strategies being used.
We do. Yeah. And let me
So how is that match going?
I don't know. Especially since we... Wait. Which match is he doing right now? Okay, he's actually doing that one. They still have 15 minutes on the clock, with delay of course, and a score of 2-1. God, that's gonna take some time.
Right, so we've got some time on our hands, sitting here waiting for the next match. Is it time for a little break? It might be time for a little break here. I don't think we have too much more to say.
No, I've run through everything I could say.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be back in a moment. I'm leaving the bracket up here for you to watch. You'll be seeing when it's time to go, when the scores pop up on match 15. Welcome back. The match has ended and we've got our teams. We're looking at Phobos and Wider Coalition going up against the Terrific Haze.
Oh, sorry.
On Periton Rumble.
Timer's live.
Yeah, we're a couple of seconds behind on the timer, but I don't think you mind too much.
I mean, you could just align it again of 3 minutes.
Nope.
Okay. That works
Maybe.
well.
Fine.
Maybe,
180
maybe
seconds is 3 minutes. Fun fact.
So, we have Fish Crusader going up against Fish Crusader.
Yeah, and I would say at this point... At this point, I mean, the Phobos and Wider Coalition, they're basically
3, 2, 1.
There we go. We've joined the timer at 3 minutes. Phobos and Wider Coalition are basically synonymous with the Goldfish Crusader at this point. They've been doing quite a lot, and they've been doing it really well.
Okay, I've just taken a closer look at the ship's loadouts, and people are bringing exactly the same stuff. The only difference is that quite possibly Beast is a left-handed Crusader, and For the Emperor is a right-handed Crusader. And by the way, in case you're asking, left-handed or right-handed is determined by the position of the Watcher.
Yeah, so maybe what we're seeing here is the development of a new meta. Now, Red Team has already readied up. They know they want the Goldfish and Crusader. That's what they're gonna bring.
Question is, will the blue team allow them to bring that? Apparently they will.
Well, it seems like we've got it ready on the blue team.
Wow, readying up at 1:45, still on the clock.
Yeah, this is efficiency we're talking about.
They're not even that much Germans, actually. Are there any Germans in this lobby?
I'm not too good at people's nationalities in this game.
I could know a lot of them. Anyways.
Yeah. Starting us off with the Sorrow piloted by Finks. It is a Carrowfish with a right side Flamer, left side Gatling, and a Banshee on the back in lieu of the mortar they usually bring. Then we've got the quite possibly Bees. So we've got the left side Watcher, Flak, and Gatling, along with the Carronade, Flak, and Gatling on the right side.
Then ship number 3 is Home Resonance, Goldfish, but with ultimates. He's bringing a Flame on the right, Carrow front, Gat Banshee on the left side. Haven't we seen that before? Ship number 4 is For the Emperor, Crusader, piloted by Zenok. He's bringing Watcher Carrow in the front, double Gat in the middle, and double Gat. Double Gat on top, double Flak in the middle. And I can't even pull the it's 11 card, it's not even 10.
Yeah, the question once again rising, haven't we seen that before? We've got almost a complete mirror matchup here, with the only difference being the Crusaders, of course.
Yeah, the Crusaders having their front guns swapped. Or positions swapped. And it seems that we will be going into a Crusader battle here with... quite possibly he's shooting first, getting the upper hand here. And For the Emperor,
now the Fish is coming in.
Not looking good. Fish is coming in here. Oh, break on double Sorrow, double broken actually. Very possibly is being cooked nicely. Sorrow reversing into terrain using an engine, I think, named. And For the Emperor once again broken. Flux too late though. Watcher going out.
One more break. Will the flags come? There they are.
And there we go. That is the first kill for Red, also known as Phobos Rider Coalition.
And now this Fish is backed up into a corner here. They managed to get out of that, but they get a Watcher. They're stuck.
Oh,
they're not looking good.
That's not looking good now. Double gas coming up from the beast. Armor break, duck. And still no kill.
Yeah,
on.
but it's just a matter of time at this point.
Yeah. So Crusader has actually has so little hit points that just that bit of perma that was missing on For the Emperor was enough to make them put them into a one-clip kill with flak, greased flak. So
yeah, so looking at this now, we're going to be seeing the new spawns at work.
Oh. Why was the new spawn at the top left?
They're going for a eastern spawn here.
Yeah, I mean, since blue team is on the west, that's a good call. Actually, no both. That's interesting.
Now we might be seeing a miniature ring around the roses here, with the red team and blue team going around the same building here. Or same block of buildings, rather.
Yeah, but we have spots on quite possible Bs and home resonance, as some people are looking forward and others looking back. Okay, For the Emperor now turning, putting the Watcher at the ready to... moving forwards. And they will find the Sorrow right now.
Home resonance is a bit away. This might be bad for the Emperor. For the Emperor.
Oh, especially with
Rams
that
going
move,
out.
Oh! For the Emperor almost down. But they get that armor beaver just in time. Home resonance now once again joining the fight. And those 7 stacks of fire and the Gatling on the For the Emperor don't mess around. And with that, For the Emperor goes down.
Yeah, so we're a bit isolated now. They got popped in the skirmish before here, and they are slowly moving upwards.
Armor broken. It's 20 stacks of fire on the armor. There we go. That's an armor break. But no. What?
The Watcher coming out just in time there to make sure that there are no guns ready to fire at them.
Home resonance once again double broken. Now pushing forwards to the west. For the Emperor respawning in the east, actually perfectly visible from this position for red team if anyone was looking backwards. There we go.
Yeah, and this might be a flank. We might be looking at a really good flank here. They get one engine. They get the break.
They also get an armor break, so that Crusader is not going anywhere for the time being. Especially since they can't turn around right now. For the Emperor coming in with the ram.
And the Home Resonance getting crushed against the building.
Oh, I missed that. But quite possibly Bees gets finished off in the name of the Emperor.
Yeah, so that was a good flank by For the Emperor. However, the fish just couldn't make it out there with the Sorrow following them on their tail.
I was actually concerned for a bit that would turn into a meat grinder, but it worked out perfectly for red team. Blue, I mean.
Yeah. Now, if only the fish could have stayed alive, that would have been the perfect flank.
Okay, so now everything has been reset. Blue team has 2 factory new ships. Sorrow is still a bit lonely on the map, but SLR will soon respawn.
Yeah, Sorrow does have that one little scratch on their ship.
I guess nothing that a coat of paint can't fix. Maybe they find
so now
somewhere.
red team moving out, blue team moving out. Probably gonna face each other somewhere around the middle here.
Most likely, yeah. Also, don't forget to show off the Easter egg of Paraton.
Easter egg of Paraton, I'm afraid I don't know it.
The building with the Muse on top. The Muse sign.
I don't know where that is actually.
Really? Well then try to find it. Guess.
My career in this game has been spent shooting things. Now the red team moving in here.
So we have the Sorrow moving forwards around this block. Home Resonance waiting for them already with the buffed Carol. Yet opening fire. Oh, there we go.
Buffed weapon on both ships here. They don't get the pop.
No pop. No pop actually.
Yeah, and that might be due to the fail saves on both the goldfishes here.
And watches being exchanged here between the Kaiposu Beast and for the Emperor. Not sure who won that, but for the Emperor is pulling back a bit. So, guess it was.
The fishes popping each other and then backing out.
Also, there might actually be a bit of a mistake in the spawns that have been pushed to the servers right now, since Red Team now has 5 spawns and Blue Team only has 3. Since the northwestern spawn that is supposed to be blue is currently red spawn.
That's hard to tell without having all the data at hand, but from what we saw, they are supposed to have full reach.
Yeah, Igthru posted a picture in SCS discussion.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, spots are lost, but I think they've got a fair idea about where each other are.
Right now they're once again playing around the rosy about the middle block here. Oh, spot going out on quite possibly Bs. Well, they just keep going for the Emperor's spoiler now as well. Watch is being fired here. Oh, actually tickets on disabling quite possibly B's watcher here.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid hit, considering the distance.
Yeah. Once again, Watcher coming in, disabling both the Quadruple Beast front guns, armor break on Quadruple Beast, Flux going out. And now,
the Sorrow is on them.
Yeah, the Sorrow is on them, and Home Resonance coming in. Getting the
but
fish
it seems
off
like the Crusader has some really solid chem spray going, because they did not feel that flamer at all.
Okay, once again, Watchers being exchanged. Seems like Quadruple Beast was forced to fire that Watcher from the wrong side. Since they're currently in the right side engagement, while the Watcher's on the left. Both Crusaders actually
Black's
not
going
looking
out.
good.
Oh!
And with that, for the Emperor goes down. Meaning Phobos Rider Coalition obtains the victory in this match. Final score 5-3? Oh, 1.
5-1, yeah.
5-1, so they will be moving on to the semi-finals against...
Yeah, and we'll see who they're facing. The match is still ongoing from what I can see here.
It will be either the Pomelos or Steel Legio Lepidoptera. So, okay.
And from the looks of it right now, we're looking at a 2-0 in favor of the Pomelos.
Oh.
But that match could end up either way. So while we wait for the next match to come up, we will be taking another short break, but we will be right back as soon as we know who we're gonna have in this lobby with us versus the Phobos and Rider coalition. Alright, so welcome back, and now we're in the lobby. We know what teams are facing which. We've got the Steel Legio Lepidoptera versus the Phobos and Wider Coalition on Derelict Deception. And so these teams are going to duke it out for a chance at the finals. Yeah, now most of them are here. We are missing two pilots. There's one.
Oh, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Where is the other one though?
Yeah, usually as a courtesy, we at least wait for all of the pilots to be in here before we start off the timer, because it's their responsibility to make sure that the right ships are in order and displayed when we kick it off.
There we go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
There we go, the match timer is off. And so we'll see what they're bringing. Now we see the T-Pose Moth. Kind of a hallmark ship of the Steel Legio Lepidoptera. We've seen it quite a lot. And the Fifth Element.
Oh.
Blue team surprisingly displaying Squid and Crusader this time around.
Ooh. Daring today, aren't they?
But this might just be a Duke, and around the 2-minute mark we might see a switch back to the Goldfish that we've seen a couple of times before.
One four, 1-4-4-1, or whatever. So. Up and back to Goldfish. Not around the 2-minute mark, more like around the 3-minute mark. And Mervyn coming in with a name change.
Yes, I don't know if that implies a different build of the Spire, that they've changed the name. T-Pose Moth being a Lumber Spire most usually.
Chicken Moth is actually a different build.
Yeah, since we saw a change call out, I figured it must have to do with the builds. And the Chicken Moth I don't think I've seen around.
No, not really. It's also interesting to bring, I guess, a mid-range ship on a... I mean, depending on how you play a long-range map.
Yeah, there are definitely opportunities to duck and weave through the covers up to your enemy.
I guess everybody's doing that, like bringing brawl to mid-range ships on a long-range map.
Yeah, brawl to mid-range has really been the meta now for a while. We haven't seen too many of the long-range ships. Most of what we've seen in that case is usually either the Magnate or the Crusader bringing a long-range side along with their brawl side.
Yeah. I mean, I would really love to once again see Old Dog or Classic STS seeing Galleons. Probably. People don't want it, so...
Yeah, and looking at the meta right now, we might not see, even in Old Dog, we might not see too many Galleons. We'd probably see a whole lot of Goldfishes, Squids, and Pyramidians.
Yeah.
Times are changing, and we must change with them.
But you can still complain and wish the old days back.
Well, of course, I could wish for a Flak Spire every single match.
Ooh.
But I'm not gonna get it.
So, ship lock is getting closer. Okay. How big is your stream delay now?
We're looking at 151 seconds still.
Oh, okay. Because I just look at my timer going down to the ship log, and your timer still being at 3 minutes.
Seems accurate.
So... last few seconds are ticking down. And there we go, pilots ready up. Okay, blue team immediately readying up here. Mervyn follows closely. And there we go, we are off.
And we'll see how this match starts out. What we've usually seen is one team going inside the derelict and one team going outside, facing off somewhere around the red team spawn, I believe, and peeking through the windows and doing some poking.
Peek, poke, shoot. All the fancy guns business.
And there we go. We're in Derelict Deception, and I'm going to start us off with the Chicken Moth, piloted by Mervyn. It's a Hwacha spy, so Hwacha Gatling up top, along with a Banshee, and a Banshee downstairs as well. Then we've got the Fifth Element, piloted by Mosin. It is a Hwacha fish, with a right side and left side carronade, and a Flamer on the back.
Ship number 3 being the Zorro fish, piloted by Finks. It's a Watcher fish with right side Carro, front Watcher, left side Gat, Banshee, and the last ship, quite possibly Beast Crusader, piloted by Portable Gram. She's bringing front Watcher Carro, mid deck Flux, and top deck Gatlings.
And both teams going outside the derelict.
Side.
Bots are already out. Fifth Element still unspotted, but they will be spotted very soon here.
Quite possibly he's now just pushing forwards, actually ignoring the Fifth Element there.
Yeah, there's a bit of a risk for the red team. They were trying to go around, probably forcing one of them to turn, but they are going straight for the Spire. And the Fifth Element is falling a bit behind.
Chicken Moth double broken right now. Flux Duke, yeah, they go out, so that's already a third of the Burma missing. Quite possibly he's now broken as well, though, missing a bit less than half the Burma.
Yeah,
so,
Fifth Element is right behind them, and that is a big ram,
Crushing the quite possibly beast against the terrain there. It's getting the first kill for Steel Legio Lepidoptera. And saving the Chicken Moth.
Yeah, they were looking bad for a while there, but the Fifth Element managed to pull it off and managed to save their ally. Really good display there, taking or seizing the moment, seeing the Crusade in a vulnerable position. But the Sora might do the same to the Chicken Moth.
Terrain, but with impact bumpers on, the show is not going to accomplish much, and with all engines missing, they're going to face the same fate as their ally.
Yeah, the Fifth Element in this match is out for blood, and they are using the walls to obtain it.
Also, Oceana displaying the Fellowship of Steel decal here. That's what you get for winning 8 matches in the Steel Forge of Friendship. Eight consecutive matches still this. I think. I don't know, actually. Not sure.
We are speculating here.
Yeah, we are I mean, Tico would know it, but we don't have Tico right now, yeah. So, blue team deciding to respawn inside of the derelict. Fifth Element now, I guess, confirming that fact as they see no blue ships in the area west.
Yeah, and they got a line of sight on them.
and blue team turning around.
As the blue team knows the fifth element is there, they don't know where the chicken moth is at the moment, from what we can presume.
Yeah, okay, we'll see this fifth element again. Spots going out, and chicken moth will probably show itself in a sec. There we go.
Yeah, but they're keeping a bit of a safe distance here. However, the Star is going straight for them. Fifth element is not really ready for this.
So blue team once again executing the same strategy here. With just both ships straight going for the chicken moth.
Yeah, quite possibly Bees losing an engine. However, chicken moth is looking really bad down there. But they are absorbing most of the shots with the balloon. Really good defensive display there.
I'd also like to point out that Mervyn indeed brought impact up. So he might have been expecting something like this from blue team with a rather ram heavy.
Yeah, that's a really good choice against what we're seeing from the blue team here right now. Now, Gatling is going into the balloon. However, that is incendiary Gatling, and that's going to burn down the balloon real quick if they don't do anything about it.
But once again gets rammed into terrain. Actually, this time getting hammered into it rather by the fifth element. Securing the third kill. I think it was also the third ram kill for red team.
Yeah, another Sorrow wanting to get a ram kill of their own here.
But they might feel sorry.
Yeah, a bit of a clumsy ram there. They just missed it. Chicken moth, however, on the ground. They get the hole up.
And Sorrow once again ram killed. It seems like red team accepted the challenge of ram kills only.
Yeah, if they manage to get the final ram kill here, we will have a 5-0 ram kill only. However, chicken moth doesn't look like they can take another beating like they've received twice in a row now. They are on the last leg.
Let me shoot.
Yeah, complaints from the crew here saying, let me shoot.
Yeah, that's actually the Spire's crew, most precisely.
Blue team has spawned in, spots are out.
It seems that Moschene has no cool in this match. He's smelling, he is tasting blood. He tasted blood and he wants more.
Yeah, that fish is craving it. You can see it already being, I mean, it's red, it's doused in it.
Also, with all the red flags hanging around.
Bit of an odd approach here. Fifth element going in backwards, making sure that their watch is lined up, as they're probably going to rise here. No, well, they seem to be staying put.
Bumping a bit. I mean, blue team is perfectly aware that the fifth element is there.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything about it.
I mean, it's acting kind of like a buffer zone. They're saying, yeah, you could go for a Spire, but we might just see a repeat of the last two engagements.
Seems like we don't this time, as the Sorrow actually is turning for fifth element, but fifth element is just going for quite possibly peace. And the Watcher going, disabling a flak. And
blue team being a bit more reserved.
But the entire damage of that ram got eaten by a rather hungry Gatling.
Now the fifth element down to engines, they're in a bad position.
Beast just lost a bit more than a third, I guess, a bit less than half the perma. So
chicken moth is going for it, however... Oh! They get the kill! Oh. Yeah, they got the Banshee kill on the quite possibly bees.
Stop ramming the spy! Spy-ree!
Yeah, the Spire in that game definitely took a beating. That was quite a beating, but they managed to survive.
Yeah. So...
And...
I mean... obtains the victory.
Impressive, impressive amount of ram kills in that game.
And Moschene securing 4 ram kills in this match.
Yeah, so that's gonna do it for this stream, and I'm gonna direct you over to Alpha over at twitch.tv/alfitros. Well, I sign off for the evening. With me has been Saldarim.
It has been a pleasure.
And what I'm gonna do for you people, in case there's a lazy boy or girl out there, is in the chat, I'm gonna be putting the link, so you can click the link and go to where you're supposed to go. I'm also gonna be hosting it, so if you're an even lazier boy or girl, you can just sit tight, and the stream is gonna show up either way.
I'm actually gonna go over to Alpha right now. So,
yeah.
It was being with you again.
Definitely. Thank you for coming around. Thank you for everyone coming out here and watching us. And thank you to the teams for playing. It was a wonderful display we saw. We saw some really good matches. And SCS is still a really good time. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. See you around.
See you. And so, yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to be signing off. Then I'm going to be hosting Alfichos, or you can just click the link and you'll be directed to the finals, where we'll be seeing the Pomelos up against the Steel Legio Lepidoptera. You don't want to miss it.